You. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are you tired of the same old podcast with the same old panels and the same old rhetoric? So am I. So come spend time with me, where you can have a laugh, be entertained, and learn something. I'm your host, Nova, and welcome to School of Thought. Class is in session. Hello, everybody. For some odd reason, that one is up at the top instead of me. Anyways, so how's everybody doing this Saturday night at 10 o'clock, 10:15 my time? In the East Coast, it'll be 11:15 for you, and you're probably getting tucked into bed right now. So all of you School of Thought detainees, class is now going into session. And today we're going to do something. We're going to screw around a bit and have some fun. We're going to do a little bit of roasting. And let's bring my co-host up to the stage for some comedic relief. Hello, co-host.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
You holding tight over there? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, all right.
I guess let's watch a bunch of this stuff.
Okay.
About people that I don't care about.
Oh, okay. Behave yourself now. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start watching this. Remove and why isn't it playing?
I don't know.
There we go. I'll get the hang of this one of these days.
So now we're moving right along to a segment called Panel Pull Out. Pull out. I see what we did there. So each host will pull something from the internet or socials that they would like to address with that specific host. Sounds a little messy. We're going to start with Pearl.
How is the sound?
So messy. We're going to start with Pearl.
I'm first.
Sounds all right to me.
Is the audience picking up the sound?
I'm trying to get there so I can find out.
Let's do some call outs while we're here waiting. So we got Self-Made in the audience. We've got P. Fletch. We got Romano. Hey, Romano. And, well, that's it for right now. Can you all hear the audio on the stream just fine?
I checked, yeah.
Cool.
Yes. I mean, at first, yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, first of all, Pearly, you dress like a sack of doorknobs or potatoes. I mean, I don't understand what she's wearing. That bra is horrific. She's obviously not exercising, and look at her hair. My God, it's stringy at the bottom.
Unshowered.
Yeah, she looks very unkept. There's no makeup. Like, what's the deal? We're supposed to be peddling being feminine and submissive to men, but we look like like we wouldn't even win in a tranny pageant. So, oops.
I saw something that you retweeted, Brittany, and it was
Girl,
something about
tread lightly.
it was something about female intuition,
Okay.
and I just don't think female intuition exists. I think female intuition is terrible.
I think it's terrible in what way?
We make terrible choices as women.
Terrible choices as women, no female intuition for which, she's full of crap, but she obviously didn't get the intuition to use soap or conditioner or lotion or something. I don't know. Somebody's telling me that I forgot the poll, which I probably did. So let me put that up. Oops.
Never told me what you wanted any of it to say, so I didn't put it
Well,
up.
so people will always
And
say,
I forgot about it.
intuition. I do because of my female.
All right, now I can't hear it.
Intuition, simply
Now I
put,
can hear it again. Okay.
awareness. And so it stems from when women were at home with children and had to be tuned into what was going on. So intuition doesn't just stop at children, it's across the board. So if you aren't tuned into your intuition, that's a you thing.
No. I just look at the choices we make,
We are you.
we as women. I mean,
Let's
look
think about you. What kind of choices do you make?
Look at.
What kind of choices do you make?
Okay, what kind of choices do you make, Brittany?
No, but you're the one who's. We're talking. You're saying that females don't make good choices.
Well,
so
look at we own the majority. I have no debt, right?
Oh my God.
Because you're from a rich family,
women
girl.
in general.
Cackle, fucking cackle.
Yeah, exactly. Making my ears bleed already. Hey, Axel, how you doing?
This is not a roast. This is like watching The View.
Kind of, but this is kind of how broads
chickens yelling over each other.
Yeah, but this is kind of how broads argue, you know, and at least until it turns into a brawl of some kind. And in their case, pulling out the weave or something.
Yeah.
Don't fucking know. You get to sit there again. So you don't even have to make any decisions. You're the same person. You are the same person that the last time I saw you accidentally. No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking. And you get to go. You're the same person who accidentally spent $50,000 and your dad was able to pay it off on your credit card. Yes, you did when you spent.
I didn't actually.
You're the one who said an accident. I spent over my limit. That's what you said. That's what you said. So again, an unreal. That's what you said. That's what you said. The last time that I saw you. So again, we're going back to you. You're good girl. What the shit that comes? That's what I'm saying. The shit that comes out of your mouth. You literally just say whatever.
Why are you getting so mad over?
Because honestly, you're fucking.
Hold on, that's getting loud in my ears and my head is rattling. What?
What?
Just them and the sounds.
Yeah, you can't tell what anybody's saying.
Yeah, not really,
because it's your average live stream.
Yeah, it's too much echo in the room on top of it. But you know, Pearly has a horrible speaking voice. She sounds like this, you know, like nails down a chalkboard. So yeah, kind of. Mm-hmm.
Delusional.
With his balls on a vice.
With his balls in a vice. Yeah, probably.
Brittany, go ahead.
Brittany, I do think there's one thing. I think there's one thing that we have to say. If you're gonna yell at me, I'm not gonna do the show. Like you don't have to. You don't have to scream at me. That's so disrespectful. You know,
what a threat.
I'm not here to get like that's like you don't have to be rude.
Whoa.
What happened? I missed it.
I just hit the pot. Look. Like damn. What is she? Rewind it here. You
can you? Oh, I thought it was YouTube for a second. Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, it's a video.
She almost dropped her thing. Okay.
Yeah.
That's like you don't have to be rude.
You can practically see if the carpets match the drapes, you know?
She's got balls in there, doesn't she?
I'm thinking
man thighs. Man thighs.
Hey now, I've got some thighs too, you know.
But you know, I mean, you're not wearing a skirt that barely passes your cheeks.
I know. I'm wondering if she got that at Target or something, maybe Walmart, or because that's kind of cheap looking on top of it.
Probably one of her ex-boyfriend's wife beaters.
Oh, really? That's
it's just stretched out. He was a long torso guy.
Just pull it down really far. Actually, models used to do that. You know, they'd buy them and pull them down real far, and I'd go to the club and I'd be seen wearing just that with high heels, nothing else.
Yeah, it springs up.
Yep.
I don't.
Damn, she got chased off the stage. Nothing to add to that, huh? That's pretty funny, though.
I mean, just a bunch of people who think they're the most important in the room, yelling at each other.
Broads, yelling at each other, using the race baiting card, you know. And she's just like, "Oh my god, I better just leave now."
She should use the race card. She is a redhead, right?
She could, if she was smart enough. I mean, she gaslights on everything else she says. She says anything to men to get them to go onto her side. Say the worst crap, dog out women to the utmost, and she knows that they like it, and then they pay her money to say it. And so, you know, I can appreciate the grift, you know. I can.
Yeah.
No? You don't think so?
I mean, no, I said yeah.
Oh.
What the hell are you yelling at me for?
I'm not yelling at you.
She beats me.
Sometimes. With a stick.
I was going to say usually at video games, but that's fine if you want to be the clown beater.
Well, you know, that usually in the circus they're chasing each other with like a bat and hitting each other. So, you know, got to continue. No?
Maybe.
All right.
It's been a
You wanna
while
go to
since
the
I was in the circus.
You want to go to our buddies here at Fresh and Fit and see what the the gay parade is peddling right now. Let's see.
Sure.
Let me get that queued up for everybody. It's gonna take me a second. Hold on. I'm not as a professional.
Take your time. Calm down. You got this. Take your time. I'm taking a little bit long now. No, I'm just messing with you.
Stop. Yes, of course. I am taking way too long. All right. Let me know everybody can hear this.
Make a gesture like this, which means he wants to say something. So I'm like rushing what I'm saying so that he can say what he wants to say. So you interrupted
You're
me.
good.
Relief, man. That's it. Sorry, go ahead.
Bro. Okay.
That's too serious, man. That's way too serious. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay.
Was that on theirs?
So guys, like you said,
Yes.
like I said, we've been doing this type of content for a while, right? We do Money Mondays, then we do the dating show on Wednesdays. We've been introducing a fresh match for you guys recently. We've done call-in shows, guest shows, etc. So, but obviously things have, changed, right? Like as you guys know, not to rewind all the way here, but as you guys know, about a year ago, we got demonetized on YouTube, right? And when we got demonetized, and we've tried to reapply, and then it doesn't work, and then we try to figure out why, and they don't tell us why, and we don't really know exactly the specifics as to why, right? And anyone that makes content on YouTube understands this. Like the terms of service are very ambiguous. They're not the easiest to understand and interpret. It is what it is, right? YouTube's a business, and they're for profit, so they have to get advertisers to they have to get advertisers, right? And we make content, that might not necessarily always be advertiser friendly. I'm not even mad at YouTube. It is what it is. And we got demonetized, right? Obviously that affected things. Thankfully, we were on Rumble. We had something locked in with them, and that helped us significantly, right? But as you guys know, things change, right? Like we've been making the content for you guys for a while, and it's always important to switch things up, right? And, just sitting here and doing the same thing over and over again, it becomes monotonous, it becomes stale, it becomes boring. So we have some plans on how we're going to take the show and make it better.
Okay, so he says monotonous, all that crap. But the reality is that they're on the list for Homeland Security. And so they're getting shadow banned like crazy. And so they're on the list to knock it off. So is a lot of the space. But the reality and what people know on the outside watching versus what's going on the inside is two different animals.
Improve it. We're going to still give you guys the stuff that you guys have come to learn and love, but we're going to add and add a bit more variety, right? They say variety is the spice of life.
We're being more diverse.
Yeah, being more diverse and covering the things, because as you guys know, we're probably one of the most diverse content creators on YouTube. We give you guys gaming streams. I've caught pedos before. I do Fed Reacts, a true crime channel. We can talk about geopolitics. We could talk about girls. We could talk about dating and relationships. We could talk about making money. We could talk about finances. We could talk about
success.
All different types of things, right? I would genuinely say that we're one of the most diverse podcasts on YouTube. We cover a multitude of different topics, but I'm looking at it like we need to tap in that diversity a bit more. I don't want to be known as the guys that like, oh, you guys just have OnlyFans girls and debate them all the time. That's cool and interesting and stuff, right? Cool. That's a component as to what we do.
We did it for 3 years.
But we don't do it all the time. We definitely innovated, right? That whole thing. Now you see a bunch of other podcasts doing what we did, right? And they're,
and we wish them the best.
Yeah.
But we did it already.
Yeah, we did it already, and we're the originators in the shit. We're the best at it too. No one even comes close. And you guys fucking know it, right? But at some point, it's time to switch some things up.
And I think you guys have seen our shows here and there. And ultimately, at some point, it's like, okay, cool. After hours, we debate with girls, we talk about stuff. And then it's like, on to the next. But here and today, we're going to talk about different things because I think for us as a show itself, we need to evolve. And look, the more we do on the podcast for you guys, the better. And I think the more that we diverse into different topics and different avenues, the more fun you guys will have in the long run anyway. So,
yeah. So, and you guys know,
Now, we all know the men audience that loves Fresh and Fit and follows them. It's going to be very sad to not watch the dumpster bashing on all the dumb bimbos that they constantly get. All the only fangirls that they're getting. They don't get broads on there like me. They don't get broads on there that represent more normal and or accomplished type women. They just get, streetwalker types on there, and they say this is all women. And then all the simps in the audience go, oh yeah, and then they go subscribe and take care of business, watching their corn at the end. So let's continue.
Dealt with a lot of hurdles, man. Whether it's 30, well, at this point now, I've identified like 50 to 60 different YouTube channels that talk shit about us, getting demonetized. Our Instagrams went down. We found out, by the way, that our Instagrams weren't taken down because of anything we actually did, guys. It was hacked.
Yeah, it was a meta.
Yeah,
it was.
We know exactly who's responsible, and they paid about $40,000 to get our accounts taken down. So we know that for a fact now that it was a targeted attack to get our Instagrams taken down.
But don't
everybody.
worry, we'll get it back.
Yeah, we'll get it back. But now we know what it is, and guys, this is what comes with it, right? Like obviously, when you're leading in a certain genre and people know who you are and you're trending all over the place, and people, and you're bigger than others, people get jealous and they fucking try to really take you down in every way possible, man.
Like that with death threats, I want to say attacks, cyber attacks, extortion, all that in between, and ultimately, man, we're still here today, so we can handle it, man.
Yeah, we've been through
a lot
crazy shit, man. People trying to put fake cases on us with chicks and all that, dude.
Pregnancy scares, all that stuff. We've been through a lot, man.
Yeah, man.
Girls
lying on our names, people paying chicks to try to get us set up.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it is wild, the stuff. If I told you guys a lot of the things that happen behind the scenes, I obviously haven't mentioned everything, but it is crazy the stuff that people do to try to get us put in a weird situation so they can go ahead and take us out so that they can do their shitty podcast or whatever the fuck that no one cares about. But this is what it is, man. And
wait a second. They took themselves out. They're on the Homeland Security list. Give me an effing break, buddy. Don't play it off like it's everybody else when you got yourself there yourself. Okay.
It is unfortunate. It sucks, and it's annoying now that we know that we weren't taken down on Instagram because we actually violated any terms of service, which we thought was weird because they took us down for a dangerous organization. I'm like, in my head, like, well, that's not true because we're not over here fucking doing anything to anybody.
I mean,
well, you're constantly dumpster bashing on broads, and you're going after what they consider a protected class, right? So then that causes an issue with the with national security a little bit, Unfortunately, with other things that go on in the country, like back in the day when I was doing other operations, certain things that you do would get you classified as doing terrorist threats, So that kind of falls in line with that type of thing.
Yeah, I would have heard to fly, bro.
Yeah, like that's weird. So now we know that 100% we were targeted. We know who the motherfucker is, the piece of shit that was involved in it, and we know why and how they were paid and shit. But it just sucks. It's really annoying because now it's like people literally have.
I wasn't trying to leave.
It's okay. I figured your connection DC'd again.
Nah, not that. It was just that I switched puppets or switched to my camera. So StreamYard decided that wasn't good enough.
Oh, so it kicked you.
And it was like, oh yeah, that's right. You switched from Logitech to OBS. Bye. It does that. Or I was put in the back, but I don't think I was.
Mm-mm.
Right.
No, I put you in the back, but
glitch.
then I put you in the back, and then it just DC'd, but I didn't do any of that. I didn't get rid of you. I didn't kick you.
You put me in the back?
Mm-hmm. Your favorite place to go. Watch the video.
You stuck me back there,
out, man.
and then you wondered where I went.
Know, like, we're new to this. I come from law enforcement back.
Yeah, like I stuffed you down there like a jack in the box. That's right.
You stuck me back there, and then you asked why I left.
Background.
Does that make any sense to anybody else out there?
No, I put you toward. Oh my God, are you seriously going there? I just put you down. I didn't do any of that. I didn't kick you.
I was there the whole time.
I just took it off of the stage. I didn't kick you.
Yeah, you put me in the back, and then you wondered where I went.
Oh my God, no, I did not. Okay, all right, watch the video.
And you come into the social media game, and you're like, you blow up quickly, and then like you don't really learn all the things that you're supposed to learn from the beginning, which I'm glad we learned now. Right.
Why'd you do
sucks,
that?
but it's all made us stronger. But it is frustrating at times, right? We are human. It's frustrating
You
at times
can.
to just have everyone coming at your neck. like
trying to look more like a host here.
for no reason, really.
There
We
we
don't even know a lot of these guys, and we never did anything to these motherfuckers.
I just
So it's
realized
like, what the hell?
Oh,
it's
he's so
content.
butthurt.
They see us coming up. They see what's going on.
I wonder
what
around
else
it,
hurts his
and they
butt.
say, "Oh, talk about them. I'll get views."
If you look at our
Get
haters,
paid.
their most viewed videos are always videos about us.
I wonder
All of our
why.
haters.
I wonder
It's
why.
always videos about us. So, and you guys know we barely respond to haters. We barely respond, and if we do, we get fucking always like flagged and the video taken down and all this other shit strikes. So it's like, bruh, it's, I guess when we
It gets strikes all the time because people are like, it's all hate.
Yeah, because well, I mean, is it not? I've never
No.
watched their podcast from start to
I've
finish.
watched
I don't even
only-
know what they do.
I bash on women like you wouldn't believe. They get dumb OnlyFans chicks on there to represent the majority of the population of women, and then they say all women are just like the OnlyFans. Yeah, no, they're not.
Mhm.
They know what they're doing. They set the
They-
script.
Yeah, and people sit there and believe that it's all women because it's the only women they ever get because they definitely pick and choose who's coming on. Who knows how much of their podcast is like scripted or discussed beforehand?
Correct.
That's something I never hear anybody talk about. Is like, well, how much of it is BS? You know, that's what I'd like to know.
Yep, that's exactly
Same
right.
with whatever. You know,
I said earlier. I said some of it is scripted, and it is. All
Gotta be.
shows are scripted. Yeah, this has got more money behind than say an operation like mine or the average Joe who's streaming. Hmm.
yeah. I mean, there are some people out there that like to, not really script, but you know, do a rough outline and stuff. But that's different. But sitting there and going, "Hey, look, this guy's going to say this to you, and then this is how you're going to react." That's just BS. It's fabrication. It's worse than wrestling.
Well, that's what reality TV is. It's mostly scripted, and then the parts of it is improvised. And I hate to burst everybody's bubble, but that's how it's ran. It's not really real. So it's scripted. Let's continue.
Yeah, the
Yeah, that's
Kardashians
too
all the
hard.
way to cops.
they got to get their people to
Correct.
mass report us, right?
Yo.
It's
I mean, not
it's
cops so much.
ridiculous.
But
yeah.
regardless, though, we've been through the storm and we're still here. We're just making some changes now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, so I got a whole list of notes here that I took before so I can keep this nice and smooth. So as you guys know, we do Money Mondays, right? We're gonna stay doing Money Mondays because I think that's a very important part of what we do. Help you guys make money, help you guys become successful, bring in people that are entrepreneurs and good at a certain field that we might not necessarily be too aware of, so we can continue to help you guys make money, become successful. Every time you guys send me a story or a message or whatever, hey, one guy even called in and said that he became a millionaire because of us, and I'm like, holy shit, we gotta keep this going. And I know Money Mondays aren't the most viewed; it's probably one of the least viewed stuff that we do. But that's fine.
important.
But it's the most important, I would say, and it gives some of the most value. I mean, hell, we did an episode with Jay on Monday about how to get into trucking and how to go from getting your CDL all the way up to making 100K and then even starting your own owner-operator business.
Yep.
Right? And we're going to do another episode on running the owner-operator side because that's a whole other thing. And we gave you all guys like 2 hours of that, man. And then we actually did a Zoom call after and answered questions. So like stuff like that is where like the real value comes in and where people's lives get changed.
As a young man, sometimes we want to find purpose, right? We don't know what that is. It could be, for example, you want to be successful in life, but you don't know how. Money Mondays, man. Watch about real estate, investing, crypto, credit, learn about trade, like with Red Pill Thor or trucking with Big Things Iguan. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. There's answers that, you can get answers to your questions. And ultimately, just watch the shows and listen to what they're saying and say, you know what? This suits me. I'll give it a try. That's it. You give it a try. It works for you. All the better.
Yeah. And then on, so we do Money Mondays, and then what we're gonna do, we used to do after hours, right, guys? we're scrapping after hours for Monday nights. Okay. To be honest with y'all, it's been redundant.
Let's go.
It's been fucking redundant talking to girls every Monday night, and they say the same shit over and over, and it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like, dude, let's switch it up. Let's get you guys some better content. So what we're gonna do instead on Monday nights, 10 p.m., is we're gonna be covering the news. We're gonna be covering trending topics. We're gonna give you guys we're gonna give you guys our base fucking takes on what the fuck is going on in the world. Because at the end of the day, bro, like, you guys want to hear what the fuck is really going on. You guys are tired of these stupid, boring ass talk shows that, say the same dumb shit or too scared to say the real shit of what the fuck is going on.
PC.
So we're gonna go ahead and give you guys the real base fucking takes. Obviously, we're gonna do a portion of that on YouTube, and then we're gonna have to put like the rest of it behind Rumble and Couch Club, because I won't be able to tell you guys what the fuck I really want to say, right?
And also,
yeah, no one.
Is that Santa Claus?
Yeah.
What the heck?
The barber, your barber.
I said, what's nigga running across there with no hair at all? So guys, Rumble chat. I see you guys texting, putting in.
I guess that was the end of the era. They're going to just move everything to Rumble. And I wonder how well Rumble's doing for them over there. Well, is anybody going to really miss them? I don't know that I'm going to.
No, I know I won't.
Yeah.
I don't even know who the hell they are.
I haven't watched.
Less.
I haven't watched
that kind of shit.
either. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of dudes fucking sitting there pulling their own tails,
Well,
yanking on each other's dicks. You know what I'm saying?
oh my gosh.
And that's all they fucking do. That's all they do.
I know that's all they
Like,
do.
oh, you're right, and I'm right, and you're right, and I'm right,
Yeah.
and the chat's right. As long
Mhm.
as they give me money.
Yeah. And one grunts and then the whole crowd follows them and goes, yeah, yeah, yeah. And the worst part is that nobody understands that all these guys who are telling you, you know, to dog women out and live this way and do that, they have ulterior motives. You know, one is to keep you hooked into the system and the perpetual bullshit, which doesn't help you actually break free out of where you are in your life in order to achieve out of those problems that you have in achieving those goals that you want. It doesn't help you one bit at all. And on top of it, you know, some of the stuff he says and he does, you know, like when I first saw them, like, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months ago, he was talking literally about how men and women, you know, they should be living in their own separate houses. And if you get married, but you should be living with your homies and doing everything with your homies. And then you just kind of visit your wife. And, you know, guys like that kind of are batting for the other team, and women are their competition. And so they want to make sure that they've got as much access to the men that they're interested in as the women. So of course they're going to tell you that. Let's take a little look at some a video that we have here of courtesy of Self-Made. Which one is it, Ronnie?
Shout out to Self-Made with the 2 says, keep up the good work, old friend. Shout out to
That's not it. Where is it? Where
I
is
don't know.
Where
I don't
did
even know how to run StreamYard, and I have no control. So I'd help if I could.
Which one is it?
Play something.
Ronnie.
I mean, or we can sit here and
Self-
wait for Ronnie.
Self,
to
where
respond.
is it? Self, where is it? Hold on.
Nigga, I'll pay your flight.
Oh, that ain't that one. He said it was this.
Well, he.
Fuck Messi.
Okay.
I'm gay, damn.
So how do you like that? Y'all are taking advice from a guy who likes white meat, telling you that women are problems and they've got all the solutions. And, you know, listen to what I've got to say because I've got all the answers. But they're more interested in you than they are in any woman. I'll tell you that right now. You have anything else to say to that? No?
Well, it's. I don't know. You pretty much said it all. You
I
don't even
did?
need me here.
I don't. Oh, stop.
You're saying all the stuff I'd say. Like, it's just
Moral support.
dudes who like dudes like to hold down other dudes so that they
Yes.
can keep those dudes in their life and not have to worry about that guy getting a girlfriend.
That's right. They got access to you. And then they tell you, oh, it's the girl's fault. It's the girl's problem.
You
No,
can't see that. You've been watching these kind of people way too long.
I agree with that. Now I'm going to queue up the other one. Give me 1 second. Let's listen to this girl who said the red pill content ruined her relationship. And this isn't the first time I've heard that, by the way. Even Torsia, during her interview, said that it messed with her mind and it has sabotaged moving forward any of her relationships in life. Gee.
Already.
Is that a positive? Is it now?
See, I was doing a bunch of other stuff. Sorry, I don't know what you...
Found like Andrew Tate or Sneeko or just Pearly Things, would you continue the relationship? Well, we're about to hear from a girl who went through exactly that with her boyfriend, and it ended in a breakup. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
Guys, before we get into today's video, if you want to support the channel and the message I'm putting out, I have a Patreon that is linked in the description down below. Consider becoming a patron if you want to. No pressure. Now, you might notice my voice is a little gravelly. Your girl was at a concert last night.
We don't care. We don't care about your gravelly problem right now.
And then we'll talk about the details.
So my boyfriend turned red pill, and at this point we haven't spoke for about a month. And I can't cope with the fact that someone who I saw is so compassionate and thoughtful and intelligent, so caring and open-minded, just completely did a 180.
So basically, they took somebody who was an LTR, possibly husband material, and polluted and corrupted his mind. So now he's totally can't function at all, and he's an asshole, is what she's saying.
What is an LTR?
Long-term relationship.
Okay.
Supportive and caring, and even when I would have my self-sabotaging episodes, they still loved me. They really felt like a blessing, and being with them made me realize like all the things that I needed to work on.
Okay, so far we have some details. She was dating somebody who seemingly felt perfect for her at the time, and then suddenly got into, it seems, red pill content. Now, she mentions he was thoughtful and caring, and sort of alludes to the fact that he might not be so anymore. So I'm curious to see how the red pill content that he found affects his personality. I think we'll get into that. She's also mentioned some red flags of her own. She said that she goes through self-sabotaging episodes. So that could also be a part of the turmoil back and forth here. Disclaimer, we do not have the boyfriend's point of view in this video, so I will never be able to speak to that. It very well could be that she is the reason that all of this is happening and why they're not talking anymore, but who knows? For now, I'm just going to take on this girl's point of view, and we'll talk about it from her perspective.
But it came to a point where I started noticing differences in them. Like, I started noticing that they would talk to me like I was like their child.
Okay, so the captions say, "I'm the man, you listen to me, and you need to obey me." Now I could see how one...
I've heard that a lot in the space. And I've also heard them say that women are just like small children, which, you know, from a broad like me, it gets you smacked upside the head. But I digress. Do you have anything you want to add to that? Nah. No.
I don't know.
No. Okay.
No. Okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
Trying to help you.
Glean these
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll put it in the thing.
Messages from red pill content. Again, I don't know whether or not he actually said this, but there's a way to have a conversation about maybe wanting more authority within your relationship. The way to do that is not to say, "I'm the man, you need to obey me." I hope we can all view that as clear, cut, dry. But I digress.
Why you should never buy colored plastic. Did you know that colored plastic is wreaking havoc on our planet?
Like something that they had to have control over. And then it evolved into hypothetical arguments all the time. Like just about the stupidest stuff about like child support and what makes a woman valuable and like what women want in a man, all that. I'm like, I don't know why you're talking to me about this.
There's a very important word there, and that is hypothetical. Sometimes we can get bogged down in hypothetical arguments that maybe are not good for our personal relationship or maybe not even founded in reality. Now, the example she mentioned
is everything I'm hearing in all of the men's spaces across YouTube, period. It's the same rhetoric over and over and over again. And then people are taking that crap and they're bringing it home like they were bringing home crap from work, from the job, and then it self-destructs and implodes in your house. That's what it's doing.
Like a hypothetical argument over child support. I would find that pretty important in a relationship. That is something that as a couple, you should probably have at least a brief conversation about.
As a couple, I'll put out there for everybody, one and all, to see and hear. You should always talk about the uncomfortable things first before you decide you're going to stick it out with somebody and have a long-term relationship that leads into marriage and children. Just don't found everything on the foundation of, oh, I love this person, because love is great, but it's not going to carry you through everything. You have to have some kind of foundation underneath you. You have to have at least an agreement, and otherwise you have nothing that will move you forward when things start going wrong. And with life, you can always bet things are going to go wrong. Let's listen to more.
Where you stand on that issue, just in case you end up in a situation where child support is on the table down the line. On the point of what makes women valuable, I guess that's something to discuss, particularly if your partner doesn't seem to be meeting whatever standards you have for your relationship. But I can sense that there is a particular skew when it comes to the conversation, at least how she's characterizing it. And as far as what women want in a man, it's okay to engage in generalities and talk about maybe the current state of our culture, but maybe he should recognize that he is a man who has a woman who wants him right in front of him. And if he can't see the value in that, maybe it's not the relationship for him.
And it would get so bad because it really just pried at my insecurities, especially when talking about like women whose dads left. And I would always just end up crying and asking why. Like, why are you doing this? And as someone who has like poor emotional control, it took a lot to not just like blow up all the time. And it was so hard to just step back and be like, okay, that's like, he's just going through a weird phase. That's not the person who he is. It just kept progressing.
Now she's mentioned another thing. So before she said self-sabotaging episodes, now she's saying that she has poor emotional regulation skills. All of this could be affecting your relationship and leading to these outbursts. I often find that people who are already experiencing problems within their relationship will find another avenue to get a way out. And maybe for this man, it is the red pill content ideas. And he's opening up these hypothetical arguments so that he can create this back and forth and create a rift within his relationship and justify why he might.
He's also looking for answers as to why things are going the way that they are. So when people go to looking into outer sources to find answers, and then they come up with one-sided answers, and then they think those are the correct ones, which they might not be the correct ones without talking to family, friends, and professionals with your spouse or your relationship, that you're going to cause issues, because you're going to often take home the wrong answers that might not be what you're looking for.
Might not want to be there anymore. That could be a possibility.
And no matter how much I tried to improve myself and just give him what he was asking for, I felt like it just wasn't enough. I still don't understand what he was asking for, because these types of women that red pill podcast men talk shit about, like, I don't have a lot in common with. Like, I don't go out, I don't party, I don't dress really showy.
Who's taking the stuff out? Because I got it.
I'm not a gold digger.
What?
Who's taking that stuff out? You got me? You want me to do it? I got it.
Oh, it's fine. I think I did it. It's fine.
Like, all I wanted was to just be loved by somebody. I felt like I was being torn apart. Like, I did this, but it wasn't enough. I don't know what to do.
There is merit to that, right? If you're not the person who's dressing provocatively and doing drugs and partying and sleeping with a lot of men, then there's really not much to engage with when in an argument with another person about women who do that. However, I did see a little text pop up on the screen, so let's read that quickly. This is not to say that there is anything wrong with women who party and dress how they want, or that we don't have anything in common. Women aren't the issue. Now, anytime I see a blanket statement like women aren't the issue, immediately a little red flag goes up for me. It does sort of speak to where your mind is on issues of culture. And it could be that you're a hashtag believe all women type of person, or a I support women's rights and women's wrongs type of person, because you are making a hasty generalization that on any given conflict, women aren't the issue, which of course we know is wrong. Sometimes women are the issue, sometimes they aren't. Sometimes men are the issue, and sometimes they aren't.
The individual can be the issue, male or female, regardless of sex, creed, color, social status. If you got some bad habits, often that's going to bite you in the ass later.
Yeah, all stuff I thought was like common knowledge.
You would think so, but evidently, because, even Red Pill is addressing the very basics of what you would think would be common knowledge, I guess not. So I guess it's time to start putting some common knowledge back out there.
Yeah. You got to do the common knowledge thing because it's the only thing you can fucking say because you have no original thought in your heads.
Basically.
And neither does the audience. They're all
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're following. They're like the sheep following the, the sheep herder. And he could be blind for all you know. So if you got a problem with drugs, if you got problems with drinking, if you got problems with promiscuity, those are all things that are self-destructive behavior and destructive to those around you. So I would suggest you take care of that. And then maybe some of those other issues will not become one later in the future.
What to do. It just wasn't going to work for them because I was too American and I didn't understand. And the women...
Too Americanized women. Yes. We're too independent, too much self-thought and too much independence. And, you need to follow man.
And overseas are better. And it just really broke my heart. It broke my heart so bad. And it got to the point where my family witnessed it firsthand, like what they were doing. And that's when it ended. And
now, I posted this video on Twitter. It got so many responses. And one of the most common responses was that she continues to refer to him as they. Now, she could be just like a secretly blue-haired leftist and it just refers to him as they as just a dig about pronouns and gender culture and all this different stuff. That very well could be a possibility. It also could be that she's going through a really difficult breakup. And if you've been through a difficult breakup, you know that you kind of try to distance yourself from this person as much as possible. You don't want to hear their name. You don't want to hear no pronouns. You don't want to hear anything. And that could be why she's referring to him as they. Who knows? Now, she mentioned that her family witnesses behavior, and that is when the relationship officially ended. And it's probably because a family member came to her and said, hey, this is not healthy. You cannot be dealing with a person like this. And there is a rule here. Of course, there are exceptions. You could be the...
Shane is bringing up a good point. A fault in the education system. Well, yeah, the education system has already primed everybody to be, to capitulate. Okay. Follow the bouncing ball, do what you're told, do what you're, what seems to be the right thing, and get you primed for not independent thinking, but get you primed for hive thinking mentality, which then you turn to the social media, and then social media is doing the same thing to you, and it keeps you bogged down in this perpetual revolving door of bullshit. That's not the truth. That is exactly what's going on.
Romeo and Juliet in your own storyline. If multiple family members or friends, peers, people who are, well acquainted with you and know what is healthy for you and what you are like, come to you and say, I don't think this relationship is the healthiest thing for you, and I don't think that he's treating you well, and I don't think that he's right for you, 9 times out of 10, listen. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, listen to the people who care about you, because more often than not, they are going to be correct. And yes, they do not know him or her the way that you do. They do not know the ins and outs of your relationship. But oftentimes, it takes just one moment to witness the red flags in somebody that are not good for you. And family members can see that with a little less bias and without those rose-colored glasses. So at least if they're coming to you with concerns, sit down, have the conversation, and genuinely consider them.
I can't find closure because I'm like, what happened to that person? I feel like I don't know who this person is. What happened to the person I felt safe with? Because who they became, sometimes I did not feel safe. And it just hurts so bad. It hurts so bad.
Then leave.
And odd. I can't wrap my head around it. I can't believe it. I feel like red pill men stole my future husband from me because I really, really thought this.
Do they go to therapy? Does she cover any of that stuff? I kind of wonder. Yeah, if
she probably didn't want a husband anyway.
they both kind of sound like they're the problem. Both of them seem to be pretty immature.
Probably.
Yeah, a little bit so. I mean, if somebody's going to listen to something and being like, oh my God, this is total Bible, and then take it home to somebody and slap them upside the head with, proverbially, I don't really mean literally slap her upside the head, but just say, we got to do it this way now. And somebody's going, huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I could definitely see the apprehension on that. But she definitely, if she's got some self-sabotaging ways, she's immature also. So, yeah.
This was the person. And even after talking about this, I'm like physically shaking because it was just so bad. Like at this
Maybe
point
she
in my
said
life,
like too much.
I don't.
So Valley.
I don't want anybody. I don't want to be with anybody.
Yeah.
If they're going to do that to me, if they could just treat me that way.
She clearly has some growing to do. We're going to get into that.
It's been so long. I don't think anybody knows the movie Valley Girl and where that came from.
Is that where that came from? I've never seen
it. Yeah, in California, in the Valley.
I'm serious. I've never seen it.
No, that's how they used to talk. I
thought Frank Zappa came up with it.
This is California.
They made fun of it. Didn't
why
Zappa make fun of it? No?
Probably, but I don't remember what Frank Zappa was making fun of, but that's where it came from California.
Yeah.
And so you got like my half sister when she's going to college, she was totally talking Valley and she didn't even know where the shit came from. And I was like, did you ever see that movie? She's like, no. She's such a
just because that's how they actually talked. And
yeah, and like little bitches. Yeah, exactly.
Everything is a question at the end.
Pretty much, yeah.
Point out something really interesting. Red pill content is often packaged as, be the protector, be the one who, make women feel safe, so much so that they want to do X, Y, and Z for you in a relationship. And it's funny that after finding red pill content, she no longer finds her boyfriend safe when she did before. Just a little food for thought. Just a little bit of responsibility and accountability need to be taken in this video. Yeah,
she's holding the mic too close and she's speaking directly into it.
Episodes and her poor emotional regulation, but red pill content or red pill,
maybe
did
she'll
not
learn.
Steal your future husband, right? People change and they morph and they adopt new ideas and ideology throughout the course of their life. And sometimes that's gonna, vibe with you, and sometimes it's gonna not vibe with you. Now, in a healthy relationship, hopefully your partner would take in these new ideas, sit down and have a conversation with you about the merit of those ideas, and then you can decide and compromise as to whether or not you adopt that to your relationship. It sounds like that is not what happened here. Like this guy got a fire hose of red pill content, started spewing it back at his girlfriend, and she was just too shocked to even engage in a conversation.
It's because it became a power struggle, a power dynamic of which is I will say and you will do, which takes away people's freedom of will and of expression, obviously. So anytime that starts happening, you're stripping people's rights and individuality away. So that's the bottom line undertones of what she's referring to.
Yes. It signals to me that the foundation of this relationship was probably not a healthy one. And the social media content and the hypothetical conversations did not help. Now let's get to the idea of hypothetical, which I said we would return to. If you are a man or woman and you are spending an awful lot of time on social media, it can start to morph the way that you view the real world. Social media is not a clear depiction of the real world. If you are constantly watching red pill content or leftist content, doesn't even really matter. You can start to think that the world looks a lot more like that than it actually does. And if you're watching Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate and whatever podcast and listening to all these Instagram baddies and OnlyFans models and 304s, as they call them, you can start to think that all women have the warning signs of being one of them. Now, of course, any woman could suddenly turn into an OnlyFans model or a 304.
And if you listen to too much feminist agenda, then you would think the same thing about men. which I would take a fire hose to that also. Thank you. Because what this has turned into, whatever the manosphere started out being, it's no longer. It has turned into the opposing force, which is the equivalent to feminism, but for men. So now when you see it that way, to me, it starts turning into a movement and an agenda that I think is going to be counterproductive for all men and for all women, that is geared to keep you apart and to destroy the family unit. But that's just me. What do I know?
4, as the men call them, but it's not necessarily a clear depiction of reality. So if your reality starts to morph and then you start to bring that into your own relationship, I imagine somebody's going to be caught off guard. And the person who's going to be caught off guard is your significant other. You need to bring levity to the situation and balance and recognize that there is a massive difference between what you are viewing online, which is quite literally curated to bring drama and fire and be incendiary, and what your real life is, which is often more docile, a little less crazy than what you would see on a whatever podcast or a Fresh and Fit show. And you know why I have a feeling about this? It's because I've been through a very similar situation. When I was a leftist, my views on racism and patriarchy and women's rights and all these different things characterized the way that I viewed my reality. And I was getting a distorted vision of what that meant, and then taking that distorted vision and casting it out in front of me. I view all men as evil and patriarchal. I viewed all white people as racist. And was that the case? Absolutely not. It wasn't the case. And it wasn't until I was shown new ideas that I realized that maybe I had some reconciling to do. Maybe I needed to put the puzzle pieces back together and get a different vision. Did I do that overnight? Absolutely not. And anybody who does do that overnight, you should be aware of. And if her characterization of the situation is true, and this boy, within a matter of, a short amount of time, changed his entire ideology and worldview, she dodged a bullet. Nobody stole your future husband, baby. You dodged him. Because this guy, if what you're saying is true, clearly had a very shallow center or a shallow sense of self. He was still sort of putting it together, didn't have views that were foundational to who he was as a person, and found some really, glitzy ideas that sounded good to him and immediately adopted them and then threw it back into his own relationship. And that, my dear, is a red flag. You have your own, but he certainly has his. My friends, beware of anybody who changes their ideology overnight, for it means that they are easily influenced, and especially men. It is very curious that this man says that he's meant to be obeyed and he's meant to be the leader.
I'm going to stop it right there. I don't want to hear any man bashing from her. I will agree, though, be leery of anybody who gets involved with something in a short amount of time and then loses their mind to it and they can't seem to think for themselves. And to address her earlier comment, which is unplug from social media and people who think whatever's happening on here is the depiction of the real world. She's right. It's not. In theater, they would call it, does art imitate life, or is life imitating art? And the truth is art is imitating life, always.
Yeah. That's what it's meant to do in a lot of cases.
And exactly what it's meant to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's take a little look, see what's going on over here. Just to mix it up a bit, let's look at Dr. Disrespect and the news going on with him.
Just do it.
Today we talked
Dr.
about
Disrespect
involving Dr. Disrespect and his admission to inappropriate behavior online. Back in 2017, the Twitch god himself not only cheated on his wife and family for that matter.
As you guys know, I have a beautiful family and a wife and kid, and I want to be transparent that I've been unfaithful.
But he was also chatting up someone else who was not of age. This resulted in his banning from Twitch. No one knew exactly why he got banned at first, including himself. And for 4 years now, it was a secret that was essentially locked behind a vault. But now NDAs are expiring, and you have whistleblowers who used to work at Twitch, as well as high-ranking people in his now former gaming studio he co-founded, saying there were bad enough things going on in the background to terminate this man. So now many of his former friends and colleagues have spoken out against the popular streamer.
Obviously, I have a relationship with Doc. Played golf a lot the last year. Come on, man. I mean, it's pretty much common sense how I feel about that. I've got a daughter now. I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to understand that I don't support talking to mothers.
Okay, so
They
now,
bleep
Trippy,
minors.
I know. Now, I know you covered some of this already. So how much of this is leaking out that is supposedly true? From the last that I had heard, they didn't have any real information that could qualify any of the allegations.
Yeah, it's the last I heard too, because I stopped keeping up with it.
Oh, you did?
Actually, never did keep up with it. You know what I mean? Like, I just knew what I had heard from other channels.
Okay.
And as of right now, I thought, I thought that was the end of it. Is like,
Yeah, but there's a
whatever.
bunch of NDAs that have been signed and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
like that guy
so,
said, they're ending now.
they're ending now, so more shit is going to start piling up. Now, from what I did hear is that there was more than one episode that happened within Twitch, and some of what they had seen was coming through real time, or they could see the chat from him with
Yeah, they
set.
can see both sides.
Yeah, from both sides, and so I'm unsure. So let's keep watching, I guess, huh? We both don't know.
Yeah. Let's both learn.
People think that we're like best friends, like we're hanging out. I don't even know the guy outside of a wig. We took one picture together, and newsflash, he was in a wig.
You know, it's clear that he really did live up to his name, disrespecting everyone from his family to his community and even himself. Well, now the situation has taken yet another crazy turn, as someone else has come forward with their story regarding Doc from that very same 2017 era. And so this tweet was actually posted as a reply on an already viral tweet about the initial allegation regarding the underage person, where this individual comes forward to say, during that time in 2017 when he was cheating on his wife with not only me, a trans worker, but also another woman.
Oh, what was that?
He was exploiting me by making me...
Let's rewind that. I didn't catch
what worker?
I don't know. That's what I want to hear. 1 second.
When he was cheating on his wife with not only me, a trans worker, but also another woman, and texting a minor. He was exploiting me by making me give...
Oh.
Does that say what she said? Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Transmission worker.
Transmission worker. Good change. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, I've been working on that.
He was exploiting me by making me give him cam shows with the promise of partnership. After the cam shows, he went ahead and blocked me.
Damn. What the hell?
I know. All these years of watching Dr. Disrespect off and on.
I can be honest, I never did. They're being honest, I never watched them.
I did once in a while, off and on.
I was aware of them, sure. But like the one thing I do not like doing is watching other people play video games.
Yeah. Well,
it's
a
like, that's one of those
everything.
things that I just don't care to see somebody else do it. But
hey, Woody, welcome in.
I'll be happy if they're keeping this guy away from kids. And I don't give a shit if the girl was 17 a week away from her 18th birthday. You just don't talk to people like that, especially while married.
I know.
Especially while married.
I agree.
I don't give a shit. Like, even if you just have a girlfriend, don't be talking to people on there fucking on the internet. And he should know that shit. He should know that because he's,
he's been around.
I'm famous.
He's been around a long time.
Like that footage I was showing you on my stream when he was literally doing something with the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, you've hit a level that 99.9% of people who just live stream are never going to get to.
Exactly.
And what did he do? He took advantage of it. Thought that he could get away with talking to some underage girl through Twitch whispers. And you got yourself caught.
Got yourself into troubles. Yeah.
Trouble that could have easily been avoidable.
Yeah, but they have a thing about them where they have to pursue things like that,
I'm powerful. I do live streams and wear a wig. And I shoot people in Call of Duty. Nobody can touch me.
I didn't even, you know what? I never really knew what the guy even looked like until now without the wig and the...
What's his real name again?
I have
Gary
no idea.
Beans. It's not Gary Beans. It's something else, but...
Well, yeah. I guess that's a good name for him.
pimp shows with the promise of partnership. We can assume they're talking about a Twitch partnership there. After the shows, he went ahead and blocked me. And so the person's evidence here is going to come down to 2 message logs. One that allegedly went down in the Twitter DMs, and the other one appears to be on Skype, where I suppose these alleged shows were going on. I do want to be completely transparent in saying these messages could be like digitally doctored, but the person would have to have some serious skills in computer graphics. Now, I guess this is just their way of showing that these DMs did come from the legitimate Dr. Disrespect Twitter page. As you guys can see at this time, the doc actually had this person blocked. But for those of you that aren't aware, when you block someone on Twitter, that doesn't mean the DMs just disappear, and that other person will still have access to them until they decide to delete them on their end. I also want to be clear in saying this person likely deleted some of their replies to him on this message thread, but it doesn't really change the overall meaning of these messages. So it starts where he says, "Oh, stop it." We have to assume that this person said something to provoke that response. And they say, "Hi, doctor, how are you? Photo shoot tomorrow, too nervous." To which he says, well, good luck. I'm going to try to get some sexy cosplay images. Then after I can punish you." "Oh yeah? How so?" "Don't know, have to get a good strategy, we shall see." To which Doc replies, "Ha." And then 2 hours later, okay, I guess he was feeling himself in more way than one, because he says, "I'm still waiting. Yeah, I'll think of one soon. Overwhelmed packing for tomorrow. Not sure a smooth black leather or latex. Don't know."
Oh my God.
He says, "Nice." Feel like
So he's got some kinks.
Smooth black leather and latex. Oh yeah. You mind bringing a banana to put up in? Well, you know where to put it up into.
Yeah.
What'd you say? You're only 13. Well, that's fine as long as my wife doesn't find out. She might be happy when we're finished making banana bread.
I know. Very happy with that. A wonderful banana bread in the latex. And
Don't worry, I'll wear my sunglasses and my wig. Nobody will know it's me.
Selfie goes, "Whoa. What do you mean teach me how to react? I'm reacting right now."
Just you're not supposed to see that. Even though it's in your chat.
Like and share and support my cute butt. Oh my goodness. I did not actually write that, but that's funny.
Yeah, you did. Shut up.
I did not write that. You did that. Or Self did that. Uh-oh. Selfmade says he's in my DMs again at Woody Johnson. And Shane says, "I love bananas bread." Yeah, with butter.
Look at you. You're typing all sorts of stuff in the chat.
Oh my God. Look at me just go leather and vinyl. My kind of party. My hands are right here, but yes, right on.
Decent one right now.
Bunch of jackasses.
No, I can imagine you guys know what he's talking about. I have to assume that this person had sent Doc some sort of picture here. Yummy. And he says, "Should I let go or hold on?" And I'm going to let you guys use your imagination there.
Let go or hold on.
Sorry, I got it. What you do is you got to hold on loosely, but don't let go.
Oh,
If you
God.
cling too tightly, you're going to lose control.
The old song, yes. You're not going to sing it? You're just going to quote the lyrics?
You're going to lose control, though. That song sounds like it's about riding a motorcycle.
Yeah, it might be, yeah.
It does. It sounds like that's what it is.
Hold on tightly. Yeah.
Hold on loosely.
Actually, I guess you won't have
Well, that too, yeah.
have to, because they say, let it go. Spray it out. And I guess the doc did, because it took him a whole 10 days later to reply, allegedly, where he says, "I need something." "What do you need, doc? I'm sure you have all these e-girls ready to serve you." LOL, no. Lies. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's talking to one. Right there. That e-girl. I mean, yeah, really.
No way. You gonna
Jeez.
watch my explosive intro? Like, at this point, no pun intended, you almost have to respect how much this guy really sticks.
What's the matter, Uncle Guns? You don't like the Frenchman? Parlez-vous français? No?
To his bit. Because even in these alleged nasty DMs he was sending, he's still speaking like he would speak on the stream. The goddess must be worshipped from head to toe before you can explode. I want the rewards.
What the hell?
Ready for faster internet? Get ultra-reliable, ultra-fast internet.
Yeah, you can
for
pause these
$20
when they
a
start
month.
playing. And
You know.
Actually, no, you can't.
A couple
Never mind.
days later, he
yeah.
sends
Mute
her
'em.
a little
All you can do is mute 'em.
2:55 a.m. message.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Where
They
you
say,
can
"Hi,
start
hun,
using
how are you?"
Google Chrome and the ad blocker that I gave you. You could start
You
doing
gave me
that.
an I don't remember you giving me an ad blocker. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you block. We installed it on your Google Chrome.
I forgot. Okay, I'll start using Google Chrome. Oh my God, I'm getting chastised right now on live YouTube for not using
Also,
Google
you're short. No, I'm just messing.
Yes, I know I'm short. So what? You want what? You want to fight about it? I'll win.
Uncle Gunn says I was making a joke against my own lineage.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, really? You're French. Aren't you Cajun? I think you said you were Cajun.
For you, Daddy, you need to shout me out and spoil me. Thank you. Yeah, that was never going to happen. A month later, he says, just add you on Snap. And then he also appears there to share his username. And I guess this is where connection was cut, which was also probably right around the time his wife found out he was cheating with someone else. Where they say, miss you, Doc. Thanks for unfollowing, stranger. And
his wife was actually a nice looking woman. What a bummer.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter to him because he was going to get his banana bread.
The best banana bread ever. I wonder if there was chocolate chips in that banana bread.
Not sexy banana bread. Just smear it all over my lips and beard. Mustache, actually, because it's Dr. Disrespect. Just pick it out of my mustache and eat it. It's so hot. Do that for me. Like I'm a chimp. And you're looking for fleas or mites.
Oh my God. Yes. Let me get my comb out.
Banana bread. It's banana bread, though. I'm Dr. Disrespect. Do I have any sunglasses? I don't know if I do.
I don't think you do. I thought you had one in your layers, though. I thought you did, didn't you?
I swear I did in one of my layers. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Gold
I don't know how you can find anything. There's like so many of them.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll fix that real quick, and I'm gonna have some Dr. Disrespect kind of glasses, maybe, or just some regular glasses, sunglasses.
Frank Sedan says, which by the way, I have a brother named Frank, so I like that name, Frank. If his wife looked like that, why the hell would you cheat on her with someone else? Oh, I forgot. It's in his name. Dr. Disrespect. Yeah, pretty
There we
much.
go. Yeah, I did that pretty fast, didn't I?
And, yes, you did. And Self is so cool. He wears shades at night. Mm-hmm.
I wear my sunglasses at night. Hey, what's this?
So I can. I
Look
don't know. What are you
nicely
doing?
tonight. Yeah.
Are you getting hungry again?
Oh.
Frank for the win.
You can't see what I'm doing? Okay.
Not really.
And then like 8 months later.
Stop playing with your
Oh yeah.
Your
I'm rubbing
cartoon
on it.
nipples.
It's getting harder every time I
Oh
rub
my
on it.
God. I'm not looking. I'm playing the video.
They
You can
say,
go
are you
on.
going to PAX East? To which I guess the doc
Calm yourself down. Put you in a timeout.
at this
I'll
point was
try.
like, I got way too lost in the sauce, and he decided to block this person. This is where what appears to be Skype DMs also come in. As you guys can see, these are also dated back in the 2017 era, and these get even crazier. So he says, I had to watch one more time. We can assume they had some sort of little video session. I tried to snap you. Did you delete your account? Yes. Okay, feels bad. Sorry. I will try to video chat you soon. I'm heading to the gym, gotta get fit. But don't be a stranger, message me sometime, you gotta get some photos sent your way. To which he allegedly replies, I mean, I'm gripping now.
He's okay.
He's gripping and ripping, and maybe he's doing a little gooning.
He's ripping it to tearing, baby.
He might be doing some gooning. You never know.
Oh my God.
He might be edging. He might be gooning.
He's cooming, as they say in the space. He's a coomer.
Oh, you think he's a coomer? You think that's what his mustache smells like?
Oh God, I don't want to get close enough to know. I don't want to know.
Well,
He's actually kind of a shifty-eyed mofo, if you ask me. But yeah, his eyes give him away. What? Yeah, that's why.
I said I have this.
Did you get the?
How many bottles of fake? What the hell is happening?
You're being overtaken by.
Apparently, I'm very prepared today.
I see that. Is your sugar levels okay? You all right over there?
On your stream, I'm not a diabetic.
All right.
Do I have enough?
No. I might want one. Add one more. Even though I don't drink.
know how to make them go away from my hands.
You need to work on that ability.
I can do that. Oh, there we go. Well, how the hell did I get in my hand in the first place? Oh, that made the other one. On with the show.
On with the show.
Boom.
On with the show.
I mean, if this is all true, this guy has some serious issues. Nice firm grips while I worked out. Yum. And I guess this is where the Twitch partnership talk comes into play. Hey, love, do you know anyone you're close with that could see if they could get me a Twitch partnership? He replies later that day saying, I tried. They're pretty locked down right now, focusing on popular games and impact of streamers on those games, unfortunately. I kind of stopped playing games and been doing IRL.
I guess her attempts to make herself famous by making lots of banana bread and other things is not paying off very well because
banana chair,
a casting couch, you know, it just comes with so many uncertainties.
Yeah, right. He's just over here like, I can use my Twitch cloud to get in them jeans. I can do it, I swear. Let me in them jeans. You know, he's like 6'8", right?
You told me that, and I was shocked. I didn't realize he was that tall.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
It doesn't help his face any. Just saying.
Oddly tall. He looks like a dweeb.
He is a dweeb. Like I just
Big,
said, it
tall
doesn't help his
dweeb.
face.
But he's like muscular too. Like he definitely works out.
He
worked out.
He looks like a beanpole. He needs some TRT replacement therapy, you know. Frank says again, this is turned X-rated. May need to change your show rating. I don't know.
We're just talking about banana bread.
I thought we were doing a good job of keeping it kind of PG-13 and double entendre, you know.
We're talking about banana bread.
I know. Sure, you have a dirty Frank. You have a dirty mind, sir. Calm down.
Yeah, it's all in your head.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
It's all in your head.
They say that
it's all in your head. We haven't done anything.
Trying to see where 1 month doing that gets them. And they also mention here that getting a Twitch partnership is very difficult. And the funniest part here is after all that, his response is, any new peekaboos? God. And then to add more fuel to this fire, because the internet is forever, this person also had tweeted out back in 2017. You know,
he likes playing little tiny child games with
children.
I'm trying not to use words like that, but yeah, okay.
You can say children.
Okay, children, yes. Yeah.
This star, look, as long as you don't use that one word that YouTube doesn't like, which is... Yeah, I mean,
that's
you
his
just,
handsome
instead
legend
of calling him that, you got to call him...
Doctordisrespect at TwitchCon. I mean, I don't know what was going on with that year, but the doctor was apparently just wilding on a whole nother level. And of course, now that this person has come forward, you have a lot of people saying, well, why didn't they speak up before? Oh, they must just be looking.
Who the hell is that broad?
Let me look.
Did they say who the hell that broad is? Did I miss it?
Some famous girl, I guess. I don't know.
She looks... I'm not saying...
Like another Twitch streamer.
This does not mean she's good looking. I'm just saying she's coming across like an OnlyFans or a, you know, prawn type chick.
What's the matter, Star? You can't say she's good looking?
She's not good looking.
Did you want to? Oh, okay.
No, she's average.
It looks like she's gotten some plastic surgery at way too young of an age.
Yeah, she has, but she doesn't look nobody looks underaged here. She looks of age
I'm
here.
saying, like, when she was young, she probably had you know what I mean? Probably like 2 years ago when she was 17.
Woody said that's Dr. Disrespect's broad. But they said, but he just said in this picture here.
I had no idea.
I don't think so. He didn't say that.
For attention, and I mostly do agree with that. This person is likely trying to capitalize on this situation to get some people to migrate over to their Twitch.
Wait, that's the same girl, that brunette chick with, right? With that dyed hair, is that the same chick?
What did I miss?
Are you there?
Roll it back a minute so I can see the
Wake
other I
Here.
That does not look like the same.
And I mostly do.
It does when it kind of does.
Maybe
her hair.
Maybe. See, I'm let me I'll Google it.
You're gonna Google for me? Okay.
I will Google his wife. Let's see. Okay, definitely the brunette's his wife. Looking for that photo of the blonde, and I'm just not finding it.
Okay, well, I'll play it while you look. Okay, let me know if you see it.
Agree with that. This person is likely trying to capitalize on this situation to get some people to migrate over to their Twitch stream or their little dirty side or whatever they might be doing.
I don't know.
The two things can be true at once. And to me, it really just shows that this rabbit hole is getting a little bit deeper. And I almost don't know what's going to jump out next. I mean, this guy was so reckless and so out of control that he went on his personal Twitter page. He went on his personal Twitch and was chatting people through those platforms. That's how stupid he was. Like, you would think if you're going to move like a degenerate, you would at least have a better game plan than that and try to cover some of your bases. I don't know. I just think the whole situation...
No, because their egos get so damn big that they think they can get away with anything. And if they can't get away with it, they pay you off.
Yep. And make you sign an NDA.
They make you sign an NDA as you take the money. They slide the paper at you as they've pushed the money across, and you sign on the top.
Honestly, I don't think you would have any clue about Onision, right? You ever heard of that name?
No.
He got famous for a video where he's just sitting there going, "I'm a banana. I'm a banana.
Are you serious?
I'm a banana. Look at me move." And there was all these like really young girls that were like into him, and he used to do videos where he would rate them.
Oh.
And they would like send stuff into his personal. I think it was his Reddit. They would send pictures of themselves into his Reddit and be like, "I'm only 12, but like you can do," and he would fucking rate them on his live streams and say whether they were sexy or not. He got popped for stuff like that. He violated man's law at one point, which him and his wife, who claims to be a man. Anyway, another can of worms. Him and his wife flew out a girl who was 17.
Yeah.
And then waited for the exact hour on her birth certificate for when she would turn, whatever age. They waited for that exact hour. And then they did the thing with her. Which violates man's law. Like, that's literally against that law. Not very many people get popped for it because it's hard to prove. But, like, they admittedly flew the girl out and waited for her to turn 18. And within seconds of that, they were, in the bedroom.
Oh, my God. Talk about desperate.
That was Onision. And like Onision also had this other girl that was staying at him and his wife's house, and she did something he didn't like. I think it was that she smoked a doobie. And he told her that in order to pay him back for smoking that, he was going to have to get, or she was going to have to get a tramp stamp that said "slut" across her back. And then she was going to have to be chained up in the basement for a few weeks.
Oh my God. Did he actually chain her up in the basement though?
I think she also had to shave her head.
Wow.
Yeah. That was just a guy who was only on YouTube.
Wait, isn't this the same? Wait, I think I actually used to watch him a little bit in like 2014.
Yeah. Were you one of the girls that thought he was so cute?
No, somebody else introduced me to him. Was watching.
You'd have to look him up because, yeah.
I haven't thought about him in a long ass time. Didn't he get into trouble for like watching his kid get hurt and filming it and then posting it?
Yeah. I don't think he filmed it, but
or staged it or something.
His kid, I think it's like 3-year-old, fell out of the upstairs window.
Yes, that's the same guy.
And then the same day he tweeted to some girl that he wanted to like spit roast her or something while he was at the hospital where his kid was.
Wow.
And it's like, wow, dude, you're really a great father over there.
Did he ever go to jail?
No.
No,
I think he got what he's let me hold on a second. Let me consult the clown brain. He got in trouble most recently. The last thing I heard he got in trouble with was him cutting down a bunch of trees on some property that he owned and then throwing the refuse into the river that was connected to his place. And that's like very against the law where he's at. And they popped him for that, and I think he ended up I don't think he did jail time, but I think he owes the state like $175,000 for damages.
No kidding.
Yeah. And then he left YouTube, and apparently he's either still active on his own website or maybe he blanked that too.
Well, I'm sure he liked that money, so he's probably doing something similar. Maybe he's doing
Talk about a rabbit hole.
Yeah, maybe we should look that up and see what he's been doing lately.
Yes.
Cover it. I think that'd be a good idea. And you know what, Woody? You know what? No, honey, your tits are bigger than mine too. Okay, how about that one?
Star uses bras that involve rebar.
I do.
Situation is crazy.
Concrete.
I'm pretty sure at this time he was already like 35 years old, and it's just like, dude, you have this beautiful wife. You have
is
this
like
beautiful
39,
family.
talking to little girls.
You be doing all.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, friend. I don't think you would have anything in common with a little girl. Okay, and plus, you're not a little boy. So, like, maybe don't. All right. There's a lot of reasons not to do this.
There's a ton of
That is
reasons,
one.
but they have this compulsion about them that they just have to do this, you know.
Here, look in the Instagram thing. I put a picture of Dr. Disrespect trying to flex. And you can tell me if that's actually muscular or if he's just really skinny. You can just, I don't think you have to show it, but you can just tell us.
He's pretty. Yeah, it's muscular, but it's skinny muscular. Like
Right. Like he's stressing.
scrawny. Yeah, he's scrawny. Is that really him?
Yeah.
Wow, his whole beard is actually white. I wonder, can I show that?
I was trying to find the link directly to the photo and see if that works. That's about all I can do for you. I'm gonna try.
Actually, hold on a second. Yeah, let me play this for a second and then I'll upload it.
All this dirt in the background, it's just crazy to me. My brain truly cannot compute how someone with so much to lose could make these mistakes over and over again. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you feel like there's more to come? Do you think he will still be successful as a streamer? I mean, this might be one of those situations where I don't know if he's going to be able to come back from this. Either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and some other crazy streamers out there need to be covered. So I'm out. Peace.
All right, now let's head down to the lot where Tom Brady.
Whoops. Well, I guess that one is done. I was trying to download this into here. It's taking me a second because it's giving me a problem here. Let's see, where did it go?
I see what you're doing. You're not even looking stuff up. You're just typing in the chat. I saw that.
That's not me. My hands are over here. What are you talking about?
I seen it.
Yeah, okay.
I typed it. I mean, I saw it. I saw it. I saw you do it.
Yeah, you heard him. You heard him.
I saw you do it.
Yeah, shit. Hold on.
I saw her do it, guys. Meanwhile, in Chatland, how are you guys doing? While Star's looking up stuff, I will talk to you guys about how she keeps putting stuff in the chat, like spank me. It's a little bit interesting, but hey, if that's what she's down for.
I'm
Frank Sedan.
There's
a Frank Sedan in the chat.
I'm just a desperate kind of broad, I guess. There we go.
The great names first.
That's him right there.
Howdy doody. Yeah, that's him.
I'm not impressed. Is anybody impressed out there?
Yeah, people saw that picture and were like, he's really muscular.
Yeah,
it's like, no, he's defined because he's skinny and probably dehydrated.
I don't know. I think it's just he could have more mass than that.
Yeah.
It's just kind of sad, actually. All right, let me take that off. I don't think anybody else wants to see that.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Yeah, rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
So what does everybody think about all the creeps out there? My God. It's just they're gaining momentum everywhere.
Frank Sedan. Seaton. Frank, Australian guy, says, hi, hey, from Aussie land. Thank God you know it's Aussie. I knew a guy for years that called himself Aussie because he thought that Americans called Australians Aussies. I was like, no, I mean, usually we say Aussies, but all right. I mean, what are you going to do? How much do you got other stuff that we're going over tonight? Or?
No, we're going to close here in a second. I'm going to put out there, though, I've noticed that with all of the creeps and the weirdos out there, they tend to always go towards any type of a gig that messes with public service. Even doctors, nursing, teachers, police, entertainers.
Oh, you got a comment in your chat that says it's from Marius Stark. He says, "I pick this over smashed tomato any day of the week."
Well, thank you. We are
Yeah,
happy
critical
to have you
thinking
here.
cap says, "Creeps seem to be everywhere in the moment.
Yeah,
It's
and they're
like
coming
they
out.
are coming
Yeah.
out of the woodwork." Well, I can tell you from personal experience that in our little crew of different, not our current crew of people who stream, but an old crew that I was in had a sneaky little creepy feller creeping around doing weird shit.
Tell your
And
story.
none of us were any of the wiser, other
Mhm.
than like certain people like myself who refused to stream with him because I didn't like him. I never knew why I didn't like him until I heard that he used to be a teacher and ended up taking a 13-year-old girl home with him. Not from the same school, but even creepier, he went to a different school and picked this chick up because she was having a half day of school. And yeah, you guys can mentally figure out what else happened. But he got popped. He was doing live streams with different people, talking about adult things when he was literally on probation. And part of his probation said that he wasn't allowed to use computers to talk about the S words. Okay. And that's what he was doing on live stream, was talking about different things like that. So he was violating his own probation. He was coming around everybody, and his name was heavily associated with multiple channels that I used to stream with. All during the time that none of us knew that he was a PDF file.
Self says to you, Trippy Cass is like the anti-poon streamer.
I don't know what he means. I used to show strippers all the time.
He
on my
did.
channel.
I used to be sitting there and be like, oh my God, I'm just going to change this now.
Check it out, guys. Now stars my head.
I need to go on a diet. Hey. Okay.
Well, it was cold up there.
Oh, I'm going to put you on that side now.
It's chilly in
I'm
space.
putting you on that
There is
side.
Space.
Down, clown. Down, behave.
What are you talking about? Now I'm right next to you.
And Self goes, no one cares. See, the numbers just went down.
The number's been
Damn
kinda
it.
down tonight because
They were
people
kind
are,
of tonight, yeah.
It's right after the 4th of July. I can tell you that's probably part of it.
Yeah, that's
People are still celebrating, getting wasted, and going, I don't watch YouTube streams. I don't watch them. And then they go to the wrong one.
You know, there's nothing new. I'm going to add this in. There's nothing new about.
How am I your favorite entertainer, Mr. Stark? You haven't been in my chat in forever.
Hi, Mr. Stark.
I don't know how to say his first name. How do you say that?
Marius.
Maurice? Is it Maurice, really?
I don't know.
Hi, Mary Sue.
Mary Sue. God.
Mary Sue Stark. You start showing up in my chat. Or else.
Huh?
Hi. Yeah, start showing up in my chat if I'm your favorite entertainer. Or else, I'll come over your house. I'll eat all your Cheez-Its.
He will.
I'll eat all your Cheez-Its. And then I'll complain about high blood sugar. I'll be talking like one of them people drunk.
Yeah. And he threatens people and he makes good on it too. So you might want to do it.
Okay, Stark has made it right. They said, I will.
Put Trippy under star again? No.
I liked it there. Okay. It's my fault. What if I go like this?
Oh my God.
We could look like a playing card.
What Bandit says, what up, thotties?
Put me under you again.
No.
Be a playing card. Come on, do it.
No. No.
It'll be a playing card like a jester mixed with a queen. You know what I'm talking about? Like how they have it to where the waists touch and it's the same image upside down and right side up.
You do anything, I swear to God.
Yeah, see? Let me I'll go like right here.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything.
Shit. Get out of here.
I didn't do anything.
I'm not giving you
I was
the
trying to sit like you.
either. Just cut it out. See, Woody, there you go.
Told you guys she beats me. All the blood's rushing to me head.
Yeah, well, he likes to get beat on, so whatever. So do most of you. That's why you're here in detention with me. I'll pull out the whip next time. Shut up, Woody. Anyways, if nobody else has a link or has anything funny to say, I'm going to start wrapping it up, and I'm going to finish it on this, which is there's nothing new about creepy dudes in the entertainment industry, no matter what section it is. I was 14 and 15 with a whole bunch of like has-beens from the very famous music era of the 60s and the 70s and shit, and they were still snorting. They were old dudes, to me at least then, snorting coke off of the soundboards in the studio, and they were hitting on me, and they all had like daughters or granddaughters my age. Do you think they cared? Hell no.
Of course not.
Yeah, it ain't nothing new. In school suspension hell. Yes, self-made school suspension hell. All right. So we're going to wrap it up by saying thank you, all of you who have showed up. Please remember to like and subscribe, and if you don't mind, leave a comment afterwards. I would appreciate it. It helps the algorithms. And everyone, enjoy the rest of your weekend and take a load off on Sunday. Until next time, have a good night.
Wait. Before you end the show.
What?
Before you end the show.
What?
What?
No.
What?
No. Did you call you? He likes to embarrass me if anybody can't tell. Yes, thanks a lot. That's fine. When I get mine, I'm gonna be recording you.
Did you say start? Don't what now?
No. All right. Good night, everybody.
What?
No. No. Shut up, Woody. Everybody in the audience is laughing. Okay. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, friends.